What's up, YouTube? So today we're going to be talking about net neutrality, and before we begin talking about that discussion, I'm going to give you an update. I'm back on YouTube. I'm going to be doing some more videos. I've got some unboxings. I've already been recording. I've got a Google Chromecast, which I got for $10, along with a Google Home Mini on the Black Friday special. And quite frankly, I am very happy that they made this. It's quite nice looking. It's very modern looking, and I am looking forward to doing a video between the Google universe of having Chromecast and the Google Home Mini and seeing how they both compete, or work together, I mean. So, let's get started. Basically, net neutrality is really important because it prevents things like the following from occurring. That is not great. It's like taking the idea and concept of cable and putting it on the internet. The internet is universal. The beauty of the internet is that anybody could make a website and anybody can access it. And it's so important to the way we use everything. If we had the internet go down, we'd be screwed. I mean, all around, we would be screwed. And imagine in a scenario happening like this. This is just to consumers, what you see in front of you right now. This is just to consumers. You could pay extra for search. You could pay extra to access news. You could pay extra to access your YouTube, Hulu, TV. Or they're going to force you to use the following services in limited scenario where you're downgraded to like 480p on your smart TV that now supports 4K. But yet you're paying for the same thing to essentially get access to all of the content that you want. One argument against net neutrality was that, well, they're limiting the ability of these cable providers, internet service providers in this case, from really getting on and providing the best experience to the customer, which is complete crap. The thing is that there, at least in the areas that I live in, there's very limited access. There's like 2 internet service providers, and one is a cable provider and the other is a DSL provider, or really a slower internet provider. So you're kind of limited in what you have, and they're claiming that this will allow for better competition. But yet at the same time, you're throttling the internet. You are throttling my ability to use the internet the way that I paid for. I paid to have a certain data amount. I paid for, let's say, 300 gigabytes per month. I have every right to use those 300 gigabytes just as if I paid for a lower amount of internet per month, or in terms of speed, if I paid for something that's 60 megabits per second, I should be getting that. I should not be throttled to my ability to use these services, which is what's going to happen. When this happens, and if it happens, I really think it's more when, people are going to be upset about this. It's not going to happen very quickly, necessarily, where the following you see on me happens, but it will slowly happen. And when that happens, people are going to be upset, and not enough people really looked at this as a problem, or people are not really aware of what's going on. So, in terms of this allows the internet to be used as a utility, and that's what it should be used as. If you really want to have this, then you kind of should have rules in place to not have the internet go to hell. But the one other thing I wanted to mention is, this is just consumers, which we matter, obviously, we do matter, but imagine going to a bank and having to pay extra money to open up a bank account because the internet service provider is blocking the ability for them to do this because they have to pay extra money because they're using the internet. I mean, you're already charging businesses more money to use the internet. But imagine you as a business are now going to have to pay money to use your services, more money than what you're paying. And if you're providing multiple services, then you're going to have to be paying even more. And this is a loop. This is a wonderful loop because it's not just businesses. Netflix is a business. Hulu is a business. Google is a business. What if they start charging these businesses that are providing it to basically get access to certain things to allow you to use certain things. Now, Google is an ISP, but Hulu isn't. Netflix isn't. They use an ISP to use it to give us this, to give us our information. So it doesn't just magically come out of nowhere. This is the scariness that this could happen. I don't like this. I suggest that I'll have a YouTube video link in the description about somebody else who basically, the YouTube channel's Front Page Tech, and the guy's talking about it. He'll have links. I'll have links on basically where you can contact your congressman. I don't do things like this. I don't do YouTube videos regarding politics. This is something that impacts everyone. This is not a game. This is not a drill. We need to act on this. If this happens, we're going to see a lot of outlash. So I will be talking a little bit more about this, but this is just my thoughts on net neutrality. It's a good thing. It's actually a good thing. And these big companies that are out there who are giving you internet, just understand this could cost you in the long run way more, and cost the internet in the long run way more to manage. And this is really not a good thing at all. If you have any thoughts about why it's a good thing for them to get rid of it, or why it's a bad thing to get rid of it, put it in the comments below. I'm kind of curious to hear both sides. I've looked at articles regarding both sides, but simply put, it doesn't seem to benefit the consumer, and it actually doesn't really seem to benefit the local businesses, nor the big businesses. If that makes any sense at all to you, give this video a thumbs up. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and stay tuned for more.